good evening, whatever time of day this message catched you. Welcome to this episode of Shift. I'm your host, Palmonia Gordon. Thank you for joining us today. Today, I wanted to talk to you about something that I've been mentioning for a little while. Patterns and how they affect our lives. I'm going to give you, my analogy of pattern, what it means, how it's been affecting me, and hopefully that will help you to shift into a new space. Shift is a concept that is designed simply helping individuals to find their true talents and their true purpose. We share our thoughts, our stories, our ideas. We come together as a community, and as we share, we're believing that our story, each person's story, will impact and empower one person to keep going for one more day, for one more minute, or for one more second. Like the second hand of the clock, if we take 60 tiny moves, that will help us to keep going. 60 moves become 1 minute, 60 minutes, 1 hour. So with that, pattern, P-A-T-T-E-R-N, like a pattern. When you take something and you copy it and you make a pattern, you put it on the wall, you put it for a dress. There are many things in life that has a pattern. So pattern, I broke it down to mean a path arrived at through talent or time to engage a representation of newness. So if I have an old dress, I could get a pattern of a new dress. Let's bring it home. Jeans. For years we've been wearing jeans, Levi's and all the other jeans that have been around, but they were all solid. And somebody came up with a pattern of, let's get a knife or something and rip those sucker up. Now that's the new pattern. The new norm is your jeans need to have some rip or some holes somewhere in it in order for it to be fashionable. So that path was arrived at through time and talent, because somebody used their talent to design it to engage a representation of newness. So now that's a new norm. But for me, bringing it home, the patterns that I've noticed, which I think I mentioned in a couple of videos earlier, is that when I deal with stuff that's emotional, it drains me. It's like, oh my goodness. Literally the next day, I kind of feel like I want to hide. I want more sleep. Even a part of today, I had like a headache, and I'm like, okay, where did this headache come from? Because I don't do stuff like that. And then I realized, building up to the What About Us filming that has to be done and stuff like that. So when I experience any big emotional breakthrough, because I'm not sure if I did share with the corsage the other day about me recognizing that was the first time I had actually gotten a corsage. And that was the emotional trigger. And it's like, whoa, I find when I experience those, it pulls at my resource. But what are the patterns you have? What are the patterns that you're experiencing? What are the patterns that you see? Do you notice that when you experience something, you don't post on social media? You go and hide in for a little bit. For many people that I know, some of my clients included that I coach with, now that winter is coming, it's a dark season that they're heading in, because they know and they recognize the pattern that when the sun goes away, it's easier to get depressed. It's easier to get cast down. It's easier to move into that space. But what I want to encourage you, Shift Nation, and those of you who may suffer from a pattern that, borders on depression or is depression, to set up a resource, set up a group of people, set up friends and family and individuals that you can trust, that you can call and it says, girl, I need you today. I need you to talk to me. I need you to meet me for a cup of coffee, even if you don't say exactly what it is that's happening. It may be something that's happening in another area of your life. But setting, and that becomes a part of the pattern. So your friends and your people and your association will know that if I get a call, I know that I need to just be there, just be available at that moment. So we can create bad patterns like the habits of drug and alcohol that over time becomes a destructive pattern or habit on our lives, or we can create good patterns where we create accountability, where we create a desire that shows I don't like where I am and I need your help in order to get out. We can create a pattern that causes a shift. A simple tiny move. A tiny move today, a tiny move tomorrow, a tiny move the day after that. That someone can come along beside you and say, hey, let's do this together. So a pattern is a path arrived at through talent or time to engage a representation of newness. So we want our pattern to create something that's new, something that's wonderful, something that's, oh my God, it gives us energy. It drives us to go, keep going, and to do more. And for those of you who are stronger, my coaches, my peeps, sorry, I don't know where that came from. I'm trusting you to reach out to those who you work with, those who you mentor, who know that they may have those seasons. And when you see the pattern, just to reach out to someone and says, hey, I love you. I'm here for you. Subscribe, comment, visit my website, palmoniagordon.com. Most of all, see you back tomorrow. Have a good day.